Welcome to class students. Today we'll be looking at a very vital topic titled Crisis Communication Management. Crisis communication management represents a systematic approach to coordinating and delivering strategic messaging during organizational emergency or unexpected disruption. This discipline encompasses the comprehensive planning, execution, and evaluation of communication strategies designed to safeguard organizational reputation, maintain stakeholder confidence, and ensure operational resilience when facing adverse circumstances. As its essence, crisis communication serves as a bridge between an organization and its various constituencies during periods of uncertainties, enabling the controlled dissemination of critical information while preserving constitutional credibility and fostering continuous trust. Understanding crisis management. Crisis management or crisis communication constitutes a specialized branch of organizational communication that focuses on the immediate and strategic exchange of information during high-stake situations. This multifaceted process involves engaging with diverse stakeholder groups, including internal teams, customers, investors, regulatory bodies, media representatives, and border community when unforeseen events pose significant threat to organizational stability or public perception. The objective extend beyond mere information sharing to encompass narrative management, risk mitigation, relationship preservation, and operational sustainability. Through carefully orchestrated communication efforts, organizations can influence the public perception, address stakeholder concerns, and maintain their competitive position even during challenging circumstances. Components of crisis communication management: we have strategic preparedness and planning, immediate response and transparency, message clarity and accessibility, trust building and main ten ance, spokesman designation and message consis ten cy. Strategic preparedness and planning. Successful crisis communication begins with comprehensive preparedness that occurs well before any crisis emerges. These foundational elements involve developing detailed communication protocols, establishing clear decision hierarchies, and creating comprehensive stakeholder mapping. Organizations must identify potential crisis scenarios, craft preliminary messaging framework, and establish robust communication infrastructure capable of rapid deployment. Immediate response and transparency. When crisis occur, the speed and authenticity of organizational response become critical success factor. Effective crisis communication depends or demands on the rapid delivery of accurate, honest, and comprehensive information to all relevant stakeholders. This approach prevents information vacuums that could be filled with speculation or misinformation while demonstrating organizational accountability and commitment to stakeholder welfare. Message clarity and accessibility. Communication during crisis must transcend traditional corporate language to ensure universal comprehension. Messages should be crafted using straightforward language, avoiding industry-specific terminology that could confuse or alienate audiences. Information must be distributed through multiple channels to accommodate varying stakeholder preference and accessibility requirements. Trust building and main ten ance. Long-term stakeholder relationship built on transparency and reliability serve a valuable asset during crisis situation. Organizations that have established strong trust foundation can leverage this relationship to maintain credibility during challenging periods. Consis ten t honest communication during crisis further reinforces stakeholder confidence and loyalty. Spokesperson designation and message consis ten cy. We also have continuous monitoring and adaptive engagement. Effective crisis management requires ongoing assessment of stakeholder sentiment, media coverage, and public perception. Organization must maintain active lis ten ing capabilities across various communication channels, enabling them to respond to emerging concerns, correct misinformation, and adjust their communication strategy based on real-time feedback. Advantages of effective crisis communication: reputation protection and recovery stakeholder confidence preservation, anxiety reduction and stability promotion, operational continuity support, legal risk mitigation. Reputation protection and recovery. Well executed crisis communication serve as a protective barrier against lasting reputational damage. By controlling the narrative and demonstrating responsible leadership, organization can minimize negative perception and facilitate faster reputation recovery following crisis resolution. Stakeholder confidence preservation. Transparent timely communication helps maintain stakeholder confidence during uncertain period. When stakeholders receive accurate information directly from the organization, they are more likely to maintain their trust and continue their relationship once the crisis passes. Anxiety reduction and stability promotion. Clear, consistent messaging helps reduce uncertainty and anxiety among stakeholders. By providing regular updates and addressing concerns proactively, organization can prevent panic-driven decisions that could exacerbate crisis. We also have the operational continuity support. Effective communication facilitates smoother operational transition during crisis period. When employees, customers and partners understand the situation and organizational response plan, they can better adapt their behaviors to support continued business operation. Legal risk mitigation. Transparent, accurate communication can help organizations avoid legal complications that often arise from inadequate or misleading crisis responses. Proactive communication demonstrates good faith effort to address stakeholder concerns and maintain ethical business practices. Principles of crisis communication. The strategic preparedness as foundation. Organization crisis planning represents an indispensable business imperative rather than an optional consideration. Every enterprise must establish comprehensive, strategically designed communication framework that clearly delineates responsibility, messaging, protocols and distribution channels well before any crisis emerges. This proactive preparation significantly minimizes organizational chaos, reduces decision-making paralysis, and enables more coordinated, efficient responses when critical situations arise. Velocity and precision in information delivery. The intersection of speed and accuracy forms the cornerstone of effective crisis response. Delivering timely, factually verified communication to stakeholder communities serve as a protective mechanism against reputational deterioration while simultaneously reinforcing organizational credibility. Conversely, communication delays or the dissemination of inaccurate information can rapidly escalate into significantly more complex challenges that compound the original crisis. Transparency as an organizational shield. Maintaining openness and demonstrating accountability throughout crisis periods serve as a powerful mechanism for preserving institutional credibility and safeguarding long-term stakeholder relationships. Stakeholders, particularly employees, demonstrate greater tolerance and understanding when they perceive genuine honesty and authentic concern from organizational leadership during difficult circumstances. We also have communication clarity as trust catalyst. Delivering clear, accessible messaging that eliminates technical terminology and industry jargon ensures comprehensive audience understanding of both the situation and organizational response measures. Communication ambiguity inevitably amplifies stakeholder anxiety while simultaneously undermining confidence in leadership capability and decision-making processes. Dynamic responsiveness and adaptability is another principle of crisis. I want to look at the 5 C's model. Traditional crisis communication strategy often utilizes the comprehensive 5 C's framework, which provides a clear, empathetic structure for guiding timely messaging, building stakeholder trust, and coordinating effective crisis responses. We have the concern, the commitment, competency, clarity, and confidence. Concern demonstrating genuine care for affected stakeholders. Commitment showing dedicated resolve to address the situation. Competency displaying organizational capability to manage the crisis. Clarity, ensuring message comprehension across all audiences. Confidence, maintaining assured leadership throughout the process. The 5 R's alternative approach. Some organizations prefer the 5 R's methodology, which approaches crisis response from different perspectives, focusing on responsibility, regret, resolution, restitution, reform. Responsibility, acknowledging organizational accountability, regret, expressing appropriate remorse for negative impact, resolution, outlining specific solution, pathway, restitution, offering appropriate compensation or correction, then reform, implementing systematic changes to prevent reoccurrence or recurrence. Fundamental for communication skills, we have the self-awareness and impact recognition, strategic communication excellence, influence and perception mastery, learning agility and adaptive leadership. The crisis communication plan development involves strategic planning framework, goal definition and clarity, stakeholder identification and analysis, information hierarchy and distribution protocols, fact sheet development and management, scenario planning and assessment, question anticipation and response preparation, risk identification and assessment, social media strategy integration. Thank you for listening.